Chanel like range of bags now. I feel like with Chanel, I enjoy like looking at these bags because of how eccentric they look. Not particularly how functional they are, but I just love it. The essence of the brand, how gaudy it is. I think this is the most like out there bags that I have. Alright, I think this is what I have the most in terms of brand that I have in my possession. So, alright. I'm not sure where to start. Maybe... Okay, let's always start with the first. My first ever Chanel bag was this one. And this is my Chanel boy bag in the old medium size. I think this is the suede version in navy. How stunning is this bag? I will never get sick of this bag. I got this back in 2013, I think. No, not 2013. Probably 2015 or 14. I don't actually reach for this bag as much. Let's see how it looks in this outfit though. This looks stunning in it. Love it. It's in ruthenium hardware. With Chanel bags, I prefer silver over gold. Just because the Chanel like bags, they look kind of matronly. In terms of Chanel bags, I prefer it to be like ruthenium or silver, or maybe champagne gold. Just because they look more like modern, I think, and more younger in terms of the style. Because especially with the classic flaps, they look so serious in gold hardware. I just much prefer ruthenium over it. The next was this one, and this is called the French Riviera with the perforations in there. I got this bag, I think that shop have closed now. I only got it for $1,500 back then, and it's got all of the packaging except for the receipt, I think. I just can't remember if it's got the receipt. Probably not with the receipt, but it's got everything and it looks brand new. I think this is my attempt in like the Chanel classic flap, but this one I liked the design because it's quite flat on the sides there. So because with the classic flaps, it does take a bit of the space, especially with the straps. And with my Chanels, I love it to be able to be crossbody. And this one, you know, it's considerably okay for a crossbody because of how flat that bag is. But yeah, it's also in silver hardware. The lining of this is, I think, a cotton twill. It's got a zippered pocket at the back there, and also has that front pocket, but it doesn't have a back pocket. But I do love it. I just love it for how special this bag is. Quite different, and that's the essence of Chanel. They put out, you know, out there designs that probably not a lot of people would go for, and it just resonates with me. I love it. I'm drawn to it so much. Alright, let's go and move on to the Chanel Gabrielle. So this is now, I think this is the large size. It used to be medium. This one is in the cream and the black combination. There is something to be said about like a classic like combination like this. With this combination, it reminds me of the ballet flats. That is so classic in terms of Chanel. That's why I was drawn to this kind of style, and also the price. Let's be honest, it was the price. I didn't pay $3,000 for this. I paid, I think, 2,000 something for this bag. Although that bottom right here, it is a magnet for disaster because of how shiny and hard it is. So it's prone to scratches. It did come with some scratches around, especially on the edges there. So that is just something to keep in mind if you still wanted a Chanel Gabrielle. But although also I don't use this bag as much, I just love how this looks and how edgy it is. And the thing that I love the most about this is how you carry it like this. And I still remember that collection where Caroline de Margaret, she is a Chanel muse, so this is how this bag is carried. And I love it like that. It's so stunning. Okay, every time I see this bag, it makes me... I'm ambivalent. Because it reminded me of a dark time in my life. Not the worst, but there was a scratch there. I saw that. Anyway, this is the COVID bag. I remember, oh my god. I think Melbourne, Victoria had the most days on lockdown during COVID. Yeah. On my birthday in 2021, I got this. As of like, this is a real kind of a retail therapy for me. I was like, felt really sad, depressed. In the dumps, in the dumpster, on the lowest of the low. I got this bag for about $5,000 from a luxury reseller here in Melbourne. This is called a real catch flap from 2020 collection, I think. Was it during Carl's era? Maybe. He was still alive back then, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember. Let me see what year this was from. It's a 29 series bag. So basically, it's a top handle. What drew me the most to this bag was how chic and elegant it was. You know, how you can just carry it like this. And also how you can crossbody it very well. Like the strap here it's quite generous. It's quite a long strap. And it's in gold hardware. This was, I think, back in the day when the Chanel 19 was starting to make rounds. And so it has some elements of the 19 in it. And I thought also that Diana bag, the vintage Diana bag, was also trending back then. And I'm kind of getting all of those elements on this bag, plus the classic flap. It also has a double flap, but not taking too much space in there. The double flap has that magnetic closure here, which you can snap on, and the interior is pink with a zipped compartment back there. But back then, the classic flaps were trending. But still, right now, like thinking about 5,000 for a classic flap right now, still quite reasonable. But I'm glad that I got this in my collection. This is my real kind of retail therapy bag. I told myself, you know, Kenny, just do it. You know, what could get wrong? Nothing. My money. That's all. So I got that. I want to share my denim Chanel. This was such a dream to add into the collection. When I got this, it looks like it was just bought from the store. I got this from Gumtree, from someone that works for Hermes. And he got this back then, but didn't actually use it. And it's got everything in it. Like, it's got the receipt. I just can't remember how much he got this for, but maybe about $7,000, I think. and I only got this for about $6,000. But now everything is so expensive, even more expensive. This is a double flap bag with a silk screen pattern in it. I think this is, I believe, the bijou design. Double flap, and it's got a $5 note inside there, just for good luck. But yeah, the interior is leather with the stuffing. And all right, just a tip for you guys. If you wanted to still put a bag organizer in your bags, I would suggest go for these like silky like bag organizers, because they don't take a lot of space. They're quite malleable and they're very luxurious to touch. This one I got from DGAS Global. Show you the interior there. This is in the medium size, old medium. Okay, but only the top there, nothing on the bottom. Obviously you've got the slip pocket there at the back. But I love this one. I mostly use this for the autumn months, I would say, and summer. But with all denim, I'm very also careful about this bag. I want to preserve the glory of it. My Chanel bags are like work of art. I see them as work of art. If I would recommend a Chanel bag that's actually functional and it's not just for design, I would highly recommend you get a wallet on chain. But you know, they are expensive now, but back then they weren't as expensive. I think I got this for about just under probably $1,800 back then, and it was from a Japanese reseller. I still remember her name. It was Yuko, which I got recommendations from Hey June. And this is my ultimate favorite Chanel bag, I think. This is in the boy design with the old version. Now the flap goes all the way down. I love this design. It's something that I'm still on the hunt for, a red like burgundy version of this. I think that's my unicorn piece that I still haven't caught. Although this one doesn't have a back pocket, I don't really mind this. Perfect travel bag. I used this on my recent trip to Japan. With this outfit, I actually have tied the knot. Oh, I did. It's still there. I tied the knot there because it's too long. It's perfect because, you know, you don't need a wallet. This is a wallet in itself. And I still got, I think, some receipts. Where is this from? Stera. What did I buy? And some vintage receipts from vintage shops that I've been to in Japan. And because of this pocket there with the zippered one, I put all my change over here. I believe these are all from Japanese yen. Yeah, they are. Hopefully I can get back to Japan again. So yeah, if there was a bag in my Chanel collection that I would recommend, it's these two. A classic one or the boy. But I am partial to the boy. That's my favorite design. It's so masculine but also feminine at the same time. I do have 3 of them. Obviously you don't need 3, but that's me. What I like the most about the Chanel WOCs is how compact the design is. It's not a full-sized bag, but also it's a bag. It's actually technically a small leather good, but I do love the Chanel wallet and chains. You can easily pack them in your carry-on without taking too much of real estate in your luggage. But this is the classic one. This is in the navy with the caviar. Oh, that's right. I do recommend get a caviar. If you're going for a walk, get the caviar. I mean, the lambskin is luxurious to the touch, but for wear and tear purposes, this is hard wearing. The dents or creases or scratches on it will not show as much as it would on your lambskins. This one is a bit of a recent one because it's got, oh yeah, that's right. The old ones have the snap button and now they have changed it into the magnetic closure. I have another one in the same design, but this one is in champagne gold hardware. But the caviar on this are more minute. Also in black, but this one is a 22 series, so I really wish they have kept how these Boy WOCs look. Everything that I love, you know, they take away from me. Like the LOEWE puzzle bags, they have got rid of the fate, they have got rid of the D-ring at the back, and now it's a puzzle edge. And now it's the same with the boy. But I'm glad that I have enough Boy WOCs for forever. Okay, I think this is one of the most unique Chanel pieces in my collection. I still don't know the exact name of this one. I am really sorry. I apologize. So this one looks like a trunk or a briefcase. And I got this from eBay for such a good price. It wasn't crazy. Like, I only got this for $1,800. And it's got all the receipt, the box. The receipt was like 4,000 something, but that was back in 2015, I think, if I could just remember. But this is how it looks like. Some leather lining over here, but then from inside it's canvas, like cotton twill lined, but it does have the zip like the slip pocket here, but it doesn't have a back pocket. But this is such a functional Chanel bag because it's got your top handle, but then you also have, it's giving you all the options. And then you got a shoulder bag option here, and then you also have a crossbody option there, which is a canvas strap. This one reminds you of the chain from the boy bag, but I love how they have incorporated masculine elements into this Chanel bag, which is quite unusual. A lot of the Chanel bags I see right now are so feminine, but oh yeah, the sides is with also a different material, kind of a woolen material there. And then you got the leather in here with that kind of a trunk, briefcase style. But yeah, it's such a stunning bag. I think I'll do a separate video on this. I would just need to do more research on this bag. I apologize. I think I have received the most comments on this, asking of where I got this, what's the name of this bag. Once I get more information, I will do a video on this. My throat is kind of getting really sore right now. Alright, down to the last two bags, I promise. Okay. This was such a dream. To begin with, it was so expensive. I really wouldn't think I would ever add a classic, like, you know, holy grail, they would say. I don't think this was holy grail for me. My holy grail was the boy bag. This one. And I just thought, for investment purposes, For investment purposes, I needed a classic flap in the navy color in the silver hardware. This is in the old medium size, but honestly, I do love this one, especially on this outfit. How fitting is it? How fitting is it? Look. It's not too bad as a crossbody. I think that's one of the major selling points for me. And I fell in love with that navy. I went into the Purse Affairs store and fell in love with this bag. I think I've sat on this bag for about 2 weeks before purchasing it. But then I couldn't sleep. It's tormenting me. Like, put me out of the misery. I got this bag. Wow. I can't believe I spent that much money on a bag. Okay, the last one. My ultimate favorite size for the boy bags is the small size. So this is my small boy bag in the black color in ruthenium hardware. This one is in that distressed calf or goat skin, I think. I don't really know the leather of this bag, but a lot of people find this bag or this leather ugly. Like, I did a comparison between this and another like fake boy bag, and they said like, oh, I prefer the fake one. I mean, so be it. I don't really care. I like how unique this bag is, and just because it's not the caviar, this one is distressed, and so I feel like the scratches on this bag, you know, it like hides it much more like better than the caviar. And I have used this bag so much. This is between the oh shoot, oh my god, gave me a heart attack there. Between this and this, these are like, you know, contending for the most used Chanel bags. So that concludes my Chanel bag, my Chanel bag collection, because that's how I've been talking. Like, this is 25 minutes for just my Chanel bags. Wow. Wow. And it's done, you guys. But to everyone who have tuned in today, thank you so much for watching my video. I have been rusty. I haven't been doing any much like videos lately, so pardon the lack of like perfect words or the right words for these bags sometimes. So yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you watching my video. What's your favorite bag that you have, that I have, that we have in common? Let me know. I would love to know. I really do. But yeah, how have you been, really? I would really love to know. I had a good holiday, and so I am more re-energized. I am invigorated. I have more like sense to live because I haven't been. I'm just existing basically. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone for your support. I love you very much, and I will see you on my next video. Bye everyone.